We love those Marlins, baby. They really are rock solid.
HD Radio Digital Show. We are Sports Radio 560, WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Short show today, folks.
All right.
560.
I didn't realize it was going to be that short.
Presents the Neil Rogers
See ya.
Show.
What happened?
What?
You don't hear nothing? With the open.
We're number one, damn it!
You hear now?
Nice job, Zach. I can't hear you. Don't play it. Forget about it. Just say.
Abuse some more prisoners. Make them scream nice and loud. Get me some wires and a battery pack. I don't care if they ain't from Iraq. Should be used to the torture. 'Cause we're just playing their game. In the past, it had to be worse with Saddam Hussein.
Oh!
William said goodbye to football. Oh, Ricky, how can you do this? I want to stroke your legs and sniff your crack with my greasy nose.
Rectum.
You'd rather smoke a spliff. Now I'm pulling up my life for the season. You dashed my hopes of manly bliss. Tears well up in my eyes for no apparent reason. As I bust another dish, there's no AC in my trailer, and then I find you're no longer here. You validate my life as a failure and broke the hearts of all the sports queers. I don't want to fantasize about another job. It's your toes I want in my mouth on behalf of undersized. Back to like Sport Hole Radio. Don't leave us like this. Now only Shaq's funds we can get.
I'm dying over here.
10:02 at 560 WQM. What are we going to do about Ricky and Shaq and Ricky and all of this crap, man? What are we going to do about that? Cry a lot. Oh, yeah. Boy, you better keep this thing cranked up all the time because it's just 1,380 votes on Georgia's poll yesterday. We got the Marlins and the Phillies, and let me tell you, let's tip our hats to those Marlins because they sure helped us in this last rating book. Not only are we number one on QAM, we're number one by about 400 miles. Even a morning show, well, a morning's number two. But when's the last time mornings were number two, huh? And men?
I don't know.
It's been a long time since I think before Abe Lincoln was a baby. But at any rate, we kicked some serious ass. And the Marlins at night, 7 p.m. to midnight, and Leave It to Fat Boy came in this morning to point this out. But before he pointed that out, he said,
Hiya, Pally!
But anyway, that kind of like threw my day off a little bit. But 7 to midnight, let's see, who's number one at night? It's Hot, I believe, Hot 105. Do we care? Oh, yeah, Hot 105. They must have the Marlin game in Blackies in Bubonics. Oh, and by the way, how about that Barack Obama for Emperor, I say, man? That guy's great. You didn't see him.
I didn't. I saw
What
those
a
highlights.
Oh, he's good. And he's articulate, and he's everything that you dark folks ought to be, and ought to aspire to be.
Well,
this business about he talks white. You know, what kind of crap is that? He's articulate. He speaks like a human being. He's great. He's going to be president someday. You mark it down. Write it on your armpit.
I'll mark it down.
QBA, look at this. WQBA was number 21 in the winter book. You know, like when there's no baseball going on. Right. They had a 1.1 share. In this spring book that just came out yesterday, they're second with a 6.5 share at night because they got the Marlins in Espanol and QM, which has the Marlins in Inglés, a 6.1 from tied for 19th to number 3 at night. Oh, yeah. So we got the Marlins and the Phillies as the Marlins try to complete a 4-game sweep against a team that they own. The Philadelphia Phillies at 12:30 pregame this afternoon. 1 o'clock is the game time. Don't worry about a little rain, okay? Oh. Don't worry about a little rain. I'm worried about it because, boy, that would be bad. But they'll get that game in because it's a huge game and it means a lot, and they want to get in. Plus, when you have an early game like that, Zach, when was that game that they postponed because the rain ended about 3 in the morning a couple weeks ago? Remember that? Yeah. Maybe a little longer than that. No, they had a game that went on for, what, you don't pay attention to the Marlins?
Oh, yeah, I do sometimes.
What? Josh Cordes isn't here today because he's out there with Dave Van Boring trying to butch him up a little bit before the game doing his Marlins work. So we got Fat Zach Cranston there today who came to eat with us. Came to run the board, which is why the open, I guess, was screwed up.
A little bit, yeah.
Was it playing, but I just couldn't hear it? Is that the deal?
Yeah. It was playing, but the right button wasn't pressed there for you to hear it.
I see. Well, it does make a difference. 1,380 votes on Little George's poll yesterday. What is the stupidest religion in the world? I would say all of the above would be my vote. I don't see that on here.
No, it's not, because that would be cop-out. Come on, pick one.
Oh, so I voted for Christianity.
All right.
Because that whole nailing Jesus on the cross and drinking his blood thing, that's just kind of like leaves me limp, you know, and eating the wafer and eating his body. It reminds me of that all-you-can-eat Negro thing that Phil did. You know what I mean?
Are you sure?
Yeah. I might even play that. That'll kill a lot of good time.
Jesus is nutritious, don't you know?
Anyway, the stupidest religion in the world, Scientology, 387.
Yeah.
You people better watch yourselves. All of you who voted, they're going to be monitoring your mail and listening in on your phone calls and...
That's what I voted for.
Making up nasty... George is picking on the Scientologist. You better watch your Tom Cruise and John Travolta, mister, and Lisa Marie Presley.
And Kirstie Alley, she might sit on me.
You only wish.
No.
Yeah,
you
come
seen
on.
her lately?
In the alley. Yeah, I've
She's
seen her.
bigger
She's
than
a
Zach.
mess. Speaking of that, we got
Hybrid.
Cameron Diaz behind the Beta Crinton today. That is a fine, fine photo.
Yeah, she's wet.
And she's all wet. She's in the water, and she's like soaking wet, and there's boobies right there. John Ashcroft ain't going to be too happy if you sit there and linger, depending on what you do with your finger. But just take a look at Cameron Diaz if you're over the age of 100 and you're not going to get too emotional. Don't take any Cialis or Viagra, stuff like that. Well, you won't need to. It's a good picture. So there's Cameron Diaz behind the Beta curtain. And she was born August 30th, 1972 in San Diego, California. Everybody knows Cameron Diaz. Wasps is her new movie that she's making right now. Shrek 3 for 2006. In Her Shoes. Boy, she's got 85,000 project going on right now. She was the voice of Princess Fiona in Shrek 2.
Yes.
Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle, Gangs of New York. Man, she's been in 8 million movies. Everybody knows Cameron Diaz, who on some days looks pretty damn good. Other days, I don't know.
Good. Right. No, I agree.
She's got her good moments and bad, but then again, who doesn't? Well, a lot of us don't have any good ones.
That's her thing. She
smiles
a lot, yeah.
No, sometimes she looks really hot, and other times kind of like lukewarm,
really
and other times like Luke Skywalker. Fundamental Christianity was the second stupidest religion in the world, 255. Jehovah's Witnesses, 158. Santeria, 153. We probably ought to play, I bet you did, the Cafeteria Santeria?
No.
Why not?
I forgot.
Would have killed some good time. Islam, 119. Oh, man, don't be saying that. Islam. You got to have your own, it's nice having your own flying carpet. I don't want to pick on it, because every one of these religions has got the most stupid, idiotic things that they get people to do things by rote. No, just by neurotic repetition, whether it's Hail Marys or falling down on the carpet and doing, flagellating themselves with chains.
That's my favorite.
That didn't get on here. Shintoism is last place, only 2, because nobody knows what that is.
Right.
Islam, 119. Catholicism, 70. But you got to admire all the tchotchkes there, the beads and all of the
incense on a chain there.
It's great. Christianity, 62, just not including, of course, well, I don't know.
Run-of-the-mill, like a
just run-of-the-mill, ordinary pedestrian Christianity, where we don't have all those other frills and baubles and bangles and beads like the Catholic Church. Kabbalah,
yeah,
57. It's good enough for Brittany. It ought to be good enough for everybody.
Oh, please.
Mormon, 56. And we don't have any Mormon listeners anymore, thanks to you. Keep picking on them. We used to have a few in the audience, even though we're number 1. No, yeah. Huh?
The Mormons are great.
They're nice and crispy clean. They wear those nice white shirts and ties on their bicycles, and they come up to your doorstep and try to give you a song and dance about Joseph Smith in Palmyra, New York. Ever been to Palmyra, New York?
No.
Don't. You don't want to, no matter who you are or where you are, you don't want to go there. I've never been there, but I know where it is, and believe me, you don't want to go to, even Elmira, New York is bad enough, but Palmyra? The Amish, 33, and of course we can pick on them all we want because they can't listen to the radio.
They can listen, they just can't own it.
No. They can listen to somebody else's radio.
Right.
So if you're having a radio accident and you're Amish, we apologize profusely. If you're hearing us reviewing how silly and barbaric and
I apologize.
Stone Age you are. Judaism, 17.
Oi!
You should have separated, put Orthodox Judaism near the top, okay, with the sisters. And you should know from your former accountant there.
Right. I want my own gear. I want a fur hockey
I'll never forget
hat.
that day when we first started on the station. Shortly thereafter, we're down on the second floor, and George's accountant, who was an Orthodox Jew, brought in the tefillin.
Right. Wrap
And
me up.
practically cut off your circulation and almost killed little George right there in the studio with his tefillin. Judaism 17, Hinduism 7, which we don't know too much about that, at least I don't.
Yeah,
all I do know
silly.
is that those Indian people really smell. Well, no, not all of them. Some of them are very... the Indian people are a wonderful people, just like the senator said in The Godfather 2. They're wonderful people, but the curry thing, you know? Was that in Godfather 2 or 1? 2. That was in 2, because the senator wasn't in Godfather 1. That whole thing was about Vegas and about...
Yes, indeed.
And then he was in bed with a hooker, and they came in like...
I've done this before. I don't know what happened.
Buddhism 4, which they were all here. I told you, what's his name was here a few weeks ago?
Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama was here. And everybody was out on the streets singing Hello Dolly, and it was very boring. And they all wear the same purple things with that sash.
Orange.
And Shintoism is in last place, too, with nearly 1,400 votes on stupid religion, which is certainly redundant, no question about that. Because people generally are weak, and they want to be led by the nose and fed a song and a dance, and you're going to live eternally with, the Muslims have the thing with the 7 virgins, all this other crap. Believe me, once they put your ass in a box, that's it, boys and girls. So you better have a great time right now. There's no doubt about it. Well, how do you know, Neil? I know. Trust me.
Neil, God!
Knows. Here's today's poll. Well, I don't want to spend a lot of time on these ratings. Today's poll, I do have a choice. You never would have thought of it, but I got a good choice. Who do you think is the most underrated actress, movie or TV of all time? You know who I picked?
Who'd you pick?
Jean Stapleton.
Well, now.
You want to know why?
Oh, I know why. But
now, when you think of All in the Family, and I'm not saying that's all I think of her as, because she's been a lot of good things.
Right.
But she's a brilliant, articulate woman.
Yes.
And she speaks like a real person. But then again, when you see All in the Family, almost everybody with All in the Family thinks of Carol O'Connor, Archie Bunker, right?
Right.
And she's overlooked, but her acting in that show is just fantastic.
Pivotal, important.
Yeah. She was what it was all about.
Right.
Eat it. Okay, I don't think we can say eat it anymore.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize again. Jean Stapleton, you got a choice? Underrated actress?
I'm thinking about a couple of good ones, but I want to think it over.
Okay, ponder it. So we'll get some more from the audience for that. That's our poll today. We're only here till 12:30, so we better talk real fast and play a lot of spots. What?
Well, we got them.
Hey, let me tell you right now, boys and girls, we kicked some serious ass in that book yesterday. We got some bonus money coming. Some of us had some serious bonus money coming because and thanks to the audience again. We want to thank them profusely for wiring these for helping us out. Whatever the hell it was, whatever it was, we'll take it. Even Mo and Geldy. Well, we don't know the hour by hour, but you will in a few days. I'll be on vacation, but you'll be able to ponder that whole thing next week when the hourlies come out and pass it along and find out whether it was Mo or Joe, or maybe it was we just had our Mojo working in the morning, and the afternoon was number one.
Right.
And we had just a humongous H here, number one by a mile.
Right, by 3 full points.
All right. Let's see. Look for the QM van today at 11 o'clock at the Shell station on Sheridan Street. Do not get gas there, please, that Shell gas. Just west of I-95. Stop by to pick up a pair of tickets to see the Marlins Philly game. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, this Miguel, man. Stop by to pick up a pair of tickets to see the Marlins Phillies game tonight at the Pro. I just finished promoting the game as at 1 o'clock, and this Miguel. And not only that, he's got all those free tickets he freeloaded from me.
Oh, Miguel,
what a
here,
goofball, man.
That's an amazing liner he
Then
wrote.
who did it?
I don't know. Frank?
Some idiot. You're an idiot, Frank, whoever you are.
He's a good guy.
But okay, so he's a good guy. He's an idiot. Maybe the president's a good guy. I doubt it, but he might be. But he's also an idiot. When you're moving or renovating, that's the best time to dial 1-800-MATTRESS. Make that first night in your dream house heavenly with a brand new top-quality brand-name mattress from Dial Mattress. And don't forget, you still pick the date and time for delivery, that 2-hour schedule to fit your move-in schedule. And Dial Mattress is on time 99.7% of the time. Nobody's 100% perfect, but that's pretty dang close. And nobody's got a better selection of queen and king-size mattress sets ready for immediate delivery than Dial Mattress. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS right now, you'll get a great mattress at a discount price. Dial Mattress is ranked number 1 in customer satisfaction. They were winners of the 2004 Better Business Bureau Local Torch of Excellence Award. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you'll choose from the complete line of Sealy, Serta, King Coil, Simmons, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns & Foster Hewitt. Everybody at QM has been doing it. I've been calling them for years. You ought to be doing the same. Call 1-800-MATTRESS. They'll be there in no time at all. Log on to mattress.com if you want, or make that call to have a great night's sleep tonight and for years to come. 1-800-MATTRES.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Only in the Banana Republic, baby. Only in Miami.
Billy, time for your enema. Oh, jeez, Mom, not another enema.
Kids just hate getting enemas, and moms hate giving them. But now there's a brand new enema that kids just love. Introducing new enemas, the candy-coated chocolate enema that makes getting cleaned out fun.
Hey, Mom, can I have another enema?
I don't know, Billy. That makes your third enema today.
Please.
Well, okay.
Cool. And this time, I want a green one.
Oh, sorry, son. I took all the green ones.
Oh, Dad.
My two boys.
New enemas. Melts in your butt, not in your hand.
10:18 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday to you. So these two sheets that you just sent me about WIOD sucks. We already know that.
Well,
I don't. What is this supposed to prove?
I don't know. Highboy brought him in for me.
Oh, I figured it was from Highboy.
WIOD. Oh, I hate that station.
It really is. It doesn't mean anything. Just butt out, okay? Big butt out, fat boy. WIOD went in the tank big time in this book. I mean, big time. Look at that. Middays. Middays, we're number one with an 8.0 share in the Men 25-54, our target demographic. And WIOD dropping like a rock. I can't even find them. Where the hell are they? Oh, there they are. They're on the second page. From a 6.4, number 3 in men in a winter rating book. In a spring book, they drop all the way to a tie for ninth with a 3.6. A disaster. A mitigated disaster at WIOD. In the mornings, they went through the floor. And in the afternoons, the Schmidtmeister, whatever the hell his name is, went from number 2 with a 5.9 in the winter book to a 4 point to number 9. Number 2 to number 9 in the afternoon. They're dropping off the face of the globe because all that right-wing crap is falling out of fashion. Rush and Rush Light and Rush Junior, all of that, forget about it. And evidently everybody has. It's a lovely thing to see. Joan Blondell, says somebody. Well, there you go. Remember that picture we had of Joan Blondell last week, I think it was, or the week before.
Right.
It says, Joan Blondell is my nominee as the most underrated actress. Very, very underrated. Great assets and a fantastic attitude and ahead of her time. And this is the same fact about the perky breast in the last time, okay? Yeah. Thank you very much to Joan Blondell fan out there. We'll get a few for the poll. See, we did the men, the best actor, last Tuesday, a week ago Tuesday. And we've been postponing this one forever and ever. I sure hope we get some names on here, otherwise it's going to be a very limited pool, if you catch my breath. Now, let's see if this other promo that's on here is as screwed up as the first one. Now, what's the deal? When they go by the Shell station at 11 o'clock this morning, are they going to get free tickets for this afternoon's Marlin Philly game, or what?
I don't know.
Oh. And during the beginning of that break, I couldn't hear the, we're having a little bit of a rocky time here today, boys and girls. Huh?
That was Zach again.
Zach again, huh? See, one thing I've discovered about Zach, he has one talent. It's called eating. That's it. For example, when I asked him before about the ball game thing, when you were on vacation, everything you asked Zach, you get the same answer. What? What is it? Huh? Yeah, that's it. Huh? I'm busy eating, man. Don't be bugging me. I'm eating over here.
He just carted those up, and Josh was playing those.
Right. What a joke.
Well, you got to be good at something.
Yeah, that's right. He's good at it, man. He can clean the plate, clean the table.
I'll be watching him do it here in a minute.
Anybody who drops a few crumbs on the floor, he'll clean that up for you too, man, and he'll lick it right up. That's what Clarence told me. So at any rate, we got poor Zach sitting in there who's just waiting for lunch. Who's bringing the food today?
Howie's.
Oh, Howie's is bringing food again. They're great, Howie's. We love that bacon, although let's not overdo it. Although we're getting a little tired of Howie's. Let's get somebody else in there. And join Presidente Imported Beer in QM 6 to 8 tonight at the Winn-Dixie, located at 6701 Southwest 40th Street in Miami. Stop by to spin that veal for Marlin tickets and other prizes. 6 o'clock tonight at the Winn-Dixie on 67th and Bird Road for those of you who dare to go to Dade County. Good luck to you. 5670560. This first story before we get to these calls and names for the poll and whatever else we're going to do in this very brief next couple of hours that we got. Boy, look at the way time is slipping away already. Isn't that bad?
All right.
Oh, man. Love these short shows. President George W. Bush is taking powerful antidepressant drugs to control his erratic behavior, depression, and paranoia, Capitol Hill Blue has learned. This is a great website, Capitol Hill Blue. And they're not like liberal, they're not conservative, they're like right down the middle. But they rip everybody who deserves it, which is a lot of people. The prescription drugs administered by Colonel Richard J. Tubb, the White House physician, can impair the president's mental faculties and decrease both his physical capabilities and his ability to respond to a crisis, administration aides admit privately. His mental faculties, as limited as they already are. It's a double-edged sword, says one aide. We can't have him flying off the handle at the slightest provocation, but we also need a president who is alert mentally. Tubb prescribed the antidepressants after a clearly upset Bush stormed off stage on July 8th, refusing to answer reporters' questions about his relationship with indicted Enron executive Kenny Lay. "Keep those mother effers away from me," he screamed at an aide backstage. "If you can't, I'll find someone who can." How do you like that? Now, how come the mainstream media hasn't been reporting this? How come we have to read about this in Capitol Hill Blue, which is on our website? No, seriously, how come the mainstream media isn't reporting this? How come Wolf Blitzkrieg isn't on there shouting this from the rooftops, and Dan Rather and Tom Brokaw with his bad freaking speech defect, huh? I mean, we saw the video clip of him storming off the stage, and that's the end of it. That's all you hear, because it's bad for business. It's bad for the Bushmeister and for our Nazi leaders. "Keep those mother effers away from me," he screamed. "If you can't, I'll find someone who can." Bush's mental stability has become the topic of Washington whispers in recent months. Capitol Hill Blue first reported on June 4th about increasing concern among White House aides over the president's wide mood swings and obscene outbursts. This is the man who was going to bring morality and decency back to Washington, and his vice president's dropping F-bombs in Congress and the Senate, and this mother effer is dropping mother effer words all over the place. Obscene outbursts. How do you like that?
Damn it.
Although GOP loyalists dismissed the reports as anti-Bush propaganda, the reports were later confirmed by prominent George Washington University psychiatrist Dr. Justin Frank in his book Bush on the Couch, Inside the Mind of the President. Dr. Frank diagnosed the president as a paranoid megalomaniac and untreated alcoholic whose lifelong streak of sadism, ranging from childhood pranks, like using firecrackers to explode frogs, to insulting journalists, gloating over state executions, and pumping his hand gleefully before the bombing of Baghdad, showcased Bush's instabilities. In other words, he's a raving lunatic. I just mentioned this if you're thinking about voting this year. I was really very unsettled by him, and I started watching everything he did and reading what he wrote and watching him on videotape. I felt he was disturbed, Dr. Frank said. He fits the profile of a former drinker whose alcoholism has been arrested but not treated. Dr. Frank's conclusions have been praised by other prominent psychiatrists, including Dr. James Grotstein, professor at UCLA Medical Center, and Dr. Irvin Shalom Yalom, MD, professor emeritus at Stanford University Medical School. Sounds like a couple of yidlach to me. The doctors also worry about the wisdom of giving powerful antidepressant drugs to a person with a history of chemical dependency. You following this?
Yep.
Bush is an admitted alcoholic, although he never sought treatment in a formal program, and stories about his cocaine use as a younger man, as a younger man haunted his campaigns for Texas governor and his first campaign for president. President Bush is an untreated alcoholic with paranoid and megalomaniac tendencies, Dr. Frank adds. The White House did not return phone calls seeking comment on this article. Although the exact drugs Bush takes to control his depression and behavior are not known, White House sources say they are powerful medications designed to bring his erratic actions under control. While Colonel Tubb regularly releases a synopsis of the president's annual physical, details of the president's health and any drugs or treatment he may receive are not public record, are guarded zealously by the secretive cadre of aides that surround El Presidente. Veteran White House watchers say the ability to control information about Bush's health, either physical or mental, is similar to Ronald Reagan's second term, when aides managed to conceal the president's increasing memory lapses that signal the onslaught of Alzheimer's disease. It also brings back memories of Richard Nixon's final days, when the soon-to-resign president wandered the halls and talked to portraits of former presidents. The stories didn't emerge until after Nixon left office. One longtime GOP consultant who, for obvious reasons, asked not to be identified, said he's advising his Republican congressional candidates to keep their distance from Bush. We have to face the real this is the best paragraph I've ever read on the air, okay? I want you to open up all 3 ears, okay?
Wait, let me get it out.
Open up every orifice in your body right now and listen very clearly. We have to face the very real possibility that the President of the United States is Looney Tunes, he says sadly. That's not good for my candidates, it's not good for the party, and certainly not good for the country. That's a longtime Republican political consultant who said El Presidente is Looney Tunes. And by the way, Walter Lance and Mike Lance aren't too happy about that either. Wow. 27 after 10 at 560 WQAM. How about let's play a little Merry Melodies till 12:30. There we go. Hey, if you're on the Atkins, the South Beach Sugar Busters, or any low-carb, sugar-free diet, then we invite you to head for Delights of West Boca. For years now, Delights has helped thousands of low-carb dieters, just like you, achieve their weight loss goals. And now, Delights of West Boca is celebrating their 14th anniversary with special discounts of up to 50% off on low-carb products like Carbolite, Pure Delight, Carb Sense, and lots more. And as their anniversary super special, you can save half off all Atkins Brands foods and supplements. Don't forget their great selection of low-carb bakery items like cheesecakes, breads, rolls, and brownies, too. And don't forget you can try any of their products before you buy them, before you shell out any cash. They got a knowledgeable staff. They're open every day till 10. And don't forget their guaranteed lowest price policy on all Atkins, Carbolite, and Pure Delight products, too. Delights of West Boca will not be undersold. Delights is located on the northeast corner of Glades Road and 441, right next door to Boston Market, or call them toll-free, 1-877-LOW-CARB. That's LOWCARB, or on the web it's lowcarb.com. Don't forget, what a store. Delights of West Boca, it's your official Atkins Retail Center.
Live and local. Here's Sports Radio 560 QAM.
When away come face she plays.
Soul Train was on his parade.
Flows like us we had it made. Those were the days.
And you knew who you were then.
There were no black Republicans.
We could use a man like Martin Garvey again.
All the guys I knew were straight.
Whitey was the thing to hate.
El Dorado ran gray. Those were the days.
10:32 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday. We're kicking ass, man. We're number one by 50 million miles, and we'll enjoy it while it lasts.
Right.
Another couple of months. Anyway, Elmer says, please add, who's Helen Mirren?
Helen Mirren has been in a million movies, going all the way back to the 60s. So
Okay.
I stuck that on there. That was my choice.
Gene Stapleton 7, Helen Mirren 2, and Frances McDormand's got a pair, and Joan Blondell's got one, and Joan Allen's got none. Elmer says both excellent actresses who barely get any publicity, Joan Allen, Frances McDormand. We'll get a lot more names on the list eventually, but I got some heavy fish to fry like this fax you just sent me. Thanks whoever sent this in. It's also from Capitol Hill Blue, in line with what I just read. And let me just read that last paragraph of the previous one before I... No, seriously, I just... See, you know what really pisses me off about the Democrats? This whole approach that they're using. I didn't see Al Sharpton last night, but I guess he really ripped Bush an ass just like Kennedy did and Jimmy Carter.
Of it, yes.
This business of, well, we don't want to appear to be shrill and make it personal. Bull crap, okay?
Yeah.
This is one of the problems of the Democrats. This goody two-shoes kind of... I watched Edward's speech last night. I'll be very honest with you. It was okay. And then the reporters come on afterward. Oh, the crowd is in a frenzy, and he really electrified the crowd. It was okay. He didn't say a damn thing, to be honest with you, right?
No.
I mean, he's fine. He's okay. He sure looks better than his wife. We have to face the very real possibility that the President of the United States is Looney Tunes, says this longtime Republican political consultant. That's not good for my candidates. It's not good for the party and certainly not good for the country. We're advising our Republican congressional candidates to keep their distance from the Bushmeister. Now, Teresa Hampton and William McDavish write in the Capitol Hill Blue today, a sullen President George W. Bush is withdrawing more and more from aides and senior staff, retreating into a private, paranoid world where only the ardent loyalists are welcome. Cabinet officials, senior White House aides, and leaders on Capitol Hill complain privately about the increasing lack of face time with the president, and campaign advisors are worried about the depressed president may not be up to the rigors of a tough re-election campaign. Good. Yes, there are concerns, a top Republican political advisor admitted privately Wednesday, that George W. Bush we see today is not the same gregarious, backslapping president of old. He's moody, distrustful, and withdrawn. Bush's erratic behavior and sharp mood swings led White House physician Colonel Richard Tubb to put the president on powerful antidepressant drugs, which are just passed along. This is a president known for his ability to charm people one-on-one, says a staff member to House Speaker Denny Hastert. Not anymore. White House aides say Bush has retreated into a tightly controlled environment where only top political advisors like Karl Rove and Karen Hughes are allowed. Even White House Chief of Staff Andrew Card complains he has less and less access to the president. Among cabinet members, only Attorney General John Ashcroft, a fundamentalist lunatic who shares many of Bush's strict religious convictions, remains part of the inner circle. White House aides call Bush and Ashcroft the Blue Brothers because, like the mythical movie characters, both believe they're on a mission from God. Homeland Security Secretary Tom Ridge, the man most responsible for waging America's war on terrorism, complains to staff that he gets very little time with the president, gets most of his marching orders lately from Ashcroft. Some on Ridge's staff write privately that Ashcroft is Bush's Himmler, a reference to Heinrich Himmler, chief of the SS under Adolf Hitler. Too many make the mistake of thinking Dick Cheney's the real power in the Bush administration, says one senior Homeland Security aide. They're wrong. It's Ashcroft, and that is reason enough for all of us to be very, very afraid. How do you like that? It's Ashcroft.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Wow. While Vice President Cheney remains part of Bush's tight inner circle, Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld has fallen out of favor, tells his staff that no matter what happens in November, I'm out of here. Good.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Speaking of Heinrich Himmler, there's Hermann Goering for you. He's out of here. White House aides say the West Wing's been overtaken by a siege mentality where phone calls and emails are monitored and everyone is under suspicion for disloyalty to the crown. I was questioned about an email I sent out on my personal email account from home, says one staff member. When I asked how they got access to my personal email account, I was told that when I came to work at the White House, I gave up any right to privacy. Another staffer was questioned on why she once dated a registered Democrat. He voted for Bush in 2000, she said, but that didn't seem to matter. Mary Madeline is married to James Carville, and that's all right, but suddenly my loyalty is questioned because a former boyfriend was a Democrat. Madeline, a Republican political operative and advisor of the Bush campaign, is the wife of former Clinton political strategist, the bald-headed James Carville. Well, there you go. So he's a little bit Looney Tunes. Okay, let's get some actress names on here and not get so heavy-duty. Did we find out, are we giving Marlin tickets away for this afternoon's game or not?
I don't know.
Just go there. They'll give you some tickets.
Yeah, just go there and take whatever they'll give you, okay? Right. The QM van, 11 o'clock this morning, in less than a half an hour. They'll be at the Shell station on Sheridan Street, right near George's house, right near where we used to work for Buddy Bud Paxson, just west of I-95. Stop by to pick up a pair for this afternoon's game at the Pro, which starts at 1:05. Pregame at 12:30. 567-0560. Pound 560 on the AT&T. I'm going to tell you, you didn't see Barack Obama. And I also want to make mention, because you don't know who Mo Rocco is. I'm going to tell you, if Larry King puts Mo Rocco or whoever on CNN decides to put this fruitcake on there, you talk about an ugly stereotype. He is to fags what Fat Albert is to black folks, okay? He makes Stephen Fetchit look like Julian Bond, this guy. He makes Freaky Carlos out there at the front desk look like Hercules. Hey. Man, oh man, Mo Rocco. I mean, oh, brother. You talk about moronic. It's just, molicious. WQAM, hello. See, I thought that was going to be our first call with our first name for the list.
Phone pot on there, Zach?
Probably not, because I don't hear dead air. I'm telling you, man. Hello, yes. Yo.
Hi, Billy!
See, Zach had a premonition. He knew.
I know. We should have gone with it.
567-0560. Who do you think is the most underrated actress female, I guess, or actor female, movies or TV of all time? We got Jean Stapleton, Helen Mirren, Frances McDormand, Joan Blondell, and Joan Allen. WQAM, hello.
Chumba.
Okay, that's 2 for 2. WQAM, hello.
Internet lies.
3 for 3, all right. WQAM, hello.
Hello, how are you today, Neil?
Okay, here's our first real call, maybe. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You know what? Instead of Ricky going away, why doesn't a Bush kid jump on the back?
Okay, great. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Well, it's vacation time, man. Anybody with a half a brain is still in that place. Thunderstorms and heat and humidity and bullfrogs and bufo toads and mosquitoes the size of watermelons. I mean, it's just not a pleasant sight. WQAM, hello. 4 for 4. WQAM, hello.
What's up, Neil?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
All right.
I love your shirt.
And? That's it. 5 for 5. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil?
Can we make it 6? Yes, sir.
So what do you think of the Ricky situation?
I don't. I couldn't give a crap less. WQAM, hello. In fact, I take that back. I'm ecstatic about the Ricky situation because now the Dolphins, who might have been like 9-7 at best with Ricky, are probably going to be like 7-9, maybe 6-10. It's going to be a disaster. What do I think of the Ricky situation? Who gives a crap? We got bigger fish to fry like spots, okay? We can't be worried about the Ricky situation. Is that pathetic or what? Huh? First, this town spent a week with that whole that business, and if that wasn't bad enough, now it's
Ricky Williams.
Yeah, that's it. All the same tired, boring, terminal crap about some dumb jock who wants to smoke a lot of weed and does not have to take any more drug tests. Okay, who gives a crap? Wish him well, all right? Thank him for a couple of years of fine work and wish him well, and I'll get on and find a life, will you please?
I have no life.
What do I think of the Ricky crap? Anyway, if you got a lot of crap in your carpets, You can call just about anybody in the Yellow Pages, and they'll come and smear up a mess on your floor and then rip you off big time. Or you can go to the supermarket and rent a bunch of carpet cleaning equipment and make a real mess, and you're going to be really sorry when you do that. But if you want to have a phenomenal job, unparalleled in the history of mankind, call our good friends at Dry Concepts. Since 1979, they've been making carpets look brand new in South Florida, including mine, for over 20 years, and they can do the same for you. They give you a written guaranteed price before they start the work. They dry clean your carpets. That's what their name's all about, Dry Concepts. They dry clean the carpets just like dry cleaning your clothing, which sucks out even the deep down dirt in the fibers of your carpet, makes them really sanitary. I mean, just as clean as can be, like brand new. Leaves them looking fantastic, smelling lemony fresh. They're dry in a couple of hours, so you really can clean today, entertain tonight. So whether it's your carpeting, furniture, drapery, area rugs, expensive oriental rugs, all of these things, you want to call on our friends at Dry Concepts for a stupendous, unbeatable job every time. And don't forget, when you call Dry Concepts, have them put you on their standby list, which will save you an extra 15% off their already unbeatable price. Call them toll-free, 1-800-248-5071. That's 1-800-248-5071, or check them out on the World Wide Wicked Web at dryconcepts.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. WQAM. Rock solid.
We'll meet again if we don't wind up dead from the Bush cartel that left us all this way.
Absolutely.
We've all been duped, blind support was our doom as the bombs dropped from the skies from far away.
I'm dying over here.
Maybe we should have paid attention a little bit more to the facts we chose to ignore. The price of gas has declined, but I'm afraid that the line won't be very long. We'll meet again with a hope that by then civil rights will be restored one sunny day.
We'll meet again if we don't wind up dead from the Bush cartel that left us all this way. With the hope that by then civil rights will be restored one sunny day.
Civil rights, what that? 1047 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday. It's good to know we got every crazy person in the universe is with us today, which is sensational.
All right.
We have to face the very real possibility that the President of the United States is Looney Tunes, he said sadly, this longtime Republican political consultant. That's not good for my candidates, it's not good for the party, and it's certainly not good for the country, is what he said. I just thought I'd mention it again, like on every break.
Of course, some of us are totally surprised by that.
Somebody says Linda Blair, which is interesting, because we were just listening, and I was watching her this morning on Scream TV with that thing about Exorcists 1, 2, and 3.
I corrected their spelling for the poll.
Oh, okay. Linda Blair. It says, does Geldy qualify for your poll? Because I'll change my vote if so, says Jim. No, Geldy, don't be qualifying, okay? You don't have the right parts. That's what Mo tells me. Anyway, Homeland Security authorities shut down the Port of Palm Beach and evacuated surrounding neighborhoods yesterday after police stopped two men of Middle Eastern descent who were driving from the seaport, authorities said. And they smelled like curry, is what I'm hearing. Like kid curry. FBI agents questioned the men and released them because they've been misidentified and done absolutely nothing wrong, an agency spokesman said. But, of course, we always are wondering...
Are you sure?
We hope at the end of the day this will turn out to be just a very good exercise, Riviera Beach Mayor Michael Brown be saying. The incident started about 3:30 yesterday afternoon when Riviera Beach police pulled over a car speeding in the 1700 block of Old Dixie Highway. The car carried three men, two of Middle Eastern descent, police said. Middle Easterners.
Oh, my God.
Police ran a background check, and the Arabic name of the driver popped up on a terrorist watch list. It popped up as a person of interest by law enforcement, police spokeswoman Roseanne Brown said. When questioned further, the men appeared evasive and changed their answers to the same questions. It just raised a lot of suspicions. Men told police they have left three containers at the port, considered one of the country's biggest terrorist targets, along with the next-door FP&L generating station. That's when the U.S. Coast Guard closed down the port. Television stations broke into afternoon talk shows to evoke the T word. Had terrorists returned to the same county traversed by 12 of the 19 men involved in the 9/11 attacks, Apparently the answer is
no.
Apparently not. By 5 p.m., law enforcement officials announced that the man in question was not the person on the terrorist list. By 6:15, they reopened the port. The men were U.S. citizens of Jordanian descent who were shipping furniture by boat to the U.S. Virgin Islands. How do you like that? The FBI would not release their identities because they didn't do nothing wrong, and they don't want to have like a whole bunch of you folks out there chasing them down just because they happen to be from Jordan and a bunch of brown-skinned Arabs. Right?
Right.
So leave them alone.
Where are they?
For the time being. Well, they're up there somewhere in Jupiter. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Maybe we'll get some more names for our poll today of the most underrated actress, or maybe not. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard the story about the South Carolina grocery store and on the ice cream?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, listen, he took out all the Ben & Jerry's ice cream that he was selling in the grocery store, put it in a pile and burned it, and replaced Haagen-Dazs because he says Ben & Jerry's supports some sort of advertiser that...
Well, I've lost 11.5 pounds. I'm not eating ice cream, so we don't really care. Boy, is it exciting or what? Huh? Some yahoo in South Carolina took out the Ben & Jerry's. What do we care about South Carolina, baby?
Right, they're animals anyway.
Yeah, let them lose their holes. 56705. Boy, you people they're on a totally different wavelength today, man. Like always, I'm doing one show and they're like got a whole different agenda going on, which is fine with me, because that clock is ticking, baby. Before you know it, it's going to be 12:30. And we're going to have that Marlin pregame show, come rain or shine or torrential downpours, come hell or high water, man, all the way up to Dave Van Boring's armpits. We're still having that game on. And if not, we'll just drag out a tape and play an old one for you. Yeah. WQAM, hello.
Yes, hi. I wanted to speak to Neil.
Speaking.
Yes. Hi, my husband and I are taking a trip to Amsterdam, and we wanted to know if you know good hotels there.
Yes.
Like what hotels would be good?
Like the Barbizon Palace Hotel would be good.
Barbizon Palace?
Right, or the Grand Krasnopolsky, or better yet, call a travel agent. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon. How do you like that? I thought you was going to ask me for a good McDonald's. There's one right there in the dam rack where they got their pet rat, Ben. Yeah.
They put mayonnaise.
I've been there a few times, and they put mayonnaise on their fries. You'll be really impressed with that. Maybe even John Rivolta will pop up there once in a while, but I doubt it. Barbizon Palace, Grand Krasnopolsky, the Le Europe Hotel, which Freddie, what's his name, Heineken, opened that place. Do you know that?
Heineken.
He's dead. Freddie Heineken, right, dead. WQAM, question line, hello.
Oh, Internet Live.
WQAM, hello. QAM.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Good. I want to put Linda Hamilton on your list.
Okay.
And on your, I watched Kerry on the convention too. And you know these conventions.
You watched
really,
Kerry on a convention? He hasn't been there. He's speaking tonight.
Well, no, I mean, before the convention, we were speaking of the convention, and all these people, how they get at this convention and they get up, really loud and uproar. It like really blows me away that these people get so excited over this because the press. I mean, because now if they got, I'd be impressed if one of these Democrats walked into a Republican convention and got them riled up. Of course they're going to be riled up. They're rooting for their guy.
Yeah, well, guess what? Watch something else then. 567-0560. I don't, in a good mood. The sun is shining here. It's a beautiful day. I don't want to hear all these South Florida complaints. What about that Ricky thing? All that. Oh, come on already. Will you get a life? One guy's complaining about some grocery store redneck in South Carolina took out the Ben & Jerry's. This guy's all bent out of shape because people are getting whipped up and enthusiastic about something that they care about. And I don't want to hear any more whining and complaining, okay? Because if there's one thing I can't stand, it's whiners and complainers, all right? How about some macaroni and cheese, huh? Good
wine?
God. The whiners, remember that? WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I got a name for Neil Puss.
Yes, sir, speaking.
Neil.
Yeah.
Penelope Ann Miller.
Penelope Ann Miller.
Yeah.
Who's that?
She's an actress that's been in a lot of movies. She was in movies with Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Robin.
Do you know who that is, George?
Sure do.
Penelope Ann Miller. Do we have a naked picture of her somewhere?
Yes.
Well, good. We'll put it right on there. Okay, thanks, Pally. Have a great day. See, there's a real call. He actually responded to our poll question today.
Let's go home now.
Yeah, let's leave now. Here's the ball game. Here's Dave Van Boring. Wow, that was pretty exciting. Mark that down. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Arthur.
WQAM, hello.
Hi. How about Scarlett Johansson? She was in Lost in Translation.
Okay.
What do you
How about her? How about Ingemar Johansson? Okay, we got it. Thank you. We'll put anybody on there they want. What do we care, right? All we want is a whole bunch of names. Just give us some names.
And Scarlett is really cute and single and available.
Great, and likes to mingle. Who do you think is the most underrated actress, movie, or TV of all time? Jean Stapleton, that was my pick, and she's kicking ass. Nice, go and eat it. She's got 38. Frances McDormand's got 11. She's good. Helen Mirren's got 8. Joan Blondell, 5. She had a ample pair. Joan Allen's got a pair. Linda Blair's got a pair. I love Linda Blair. And Linda Hamilton just went on there. Only 66 votes because we don't have enough names on there, and because, anybody with a brain, like I said, is certainly not in South Florida at this particular moment. Now, we will be giving away $1 million in cash to somebody who, shows up.
We just won't say where.
That's right. I haven't said where or whose money or how
it's
it's going to
work.
There. Yeah. I just made it up. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Talia Shire. I want to add her to the list.
Excellent. Outstanding choice. Thank you so much. Now, there is exactly what I had in mind when I did the poll. See what I mean?
Fine choice.
If anybody were to say, hey, give me the top 10 actresses of all time, very few people would say Talia Shire. But Rocky, The Godfather, all 3 parts.
Yep.
Now they will fear you. She's great. What else do we like her in? She's been in a few things.
Yes, she has, but I forget.
I'm so glad I asked. Well, no, I don't know. I can't remember, but I've seen her around. She's been around the block.
A million things. We could Google it.
Good old Connie. 10:56. And what about what's her name? Diane Keaton. Is she underrated?
No, she's highly rated.
Yeah, that's why I ask. Because see, some people would say, well, how about Faye Dunaway? Well, of course not. She's highly rated. In fact, maybe in some cases a little overrated. Oh, I love Faye Dunaway. She was great in Network. But then again, I'm the only person who ever saw that movie. Right? I don't even know why I keep talking about Network and Howard Beale and all that. One of the great movies ever of all time. And none of you nincompoops out there watching. You're busy watching Channel 7, the real thing. 10:56 at 560 WQM. Is your company suffering from regulations and increased labor costs? Well, let Oasis Outsourcing help you. When it comes to the people side of your business, payroll administration, Fortune 500 company employee benefits, human resource services, and risk management, these are just a few of the services that Oasis Outsourcing can cover to help your business be more profitable. Call Oasis Outsourcing today for a free evaluation at 1-866-OASIS. That's 1-866-286-2747. With more than 60,000 employees worldwide, Oasis Outsourcing understands many facets of human resource management. Outsourcing has been recognized by firms large and small as a powerful management choice, which lets you focus on your core business while leaving the operational details to Oasis Outsourcing. Let Oasis Outsourcing make your business more profitable. If you'd like a free evaluation with positively, absolutely no obligation, call them at that toll-free number, 1-866-OASIS. That's 1-866-286-2747 for Oasis Outsourcing.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. WQAM.
Gonna give Ricky a blow.
Baby, launch a couple missiles. Toward a place we know.
Yes.
And aim them at a fella whose first name begins with O. There's one thing we all understand. Al-Qaeda won't be finished until we blow up Pakistan. We could chase them round forever with our tanks and all our troops, but special forces are so tired of jumping through them hoops. You know we need another plan, so let's cut out all the nonsense and go blow up Pakistan. Al-Qaeda needs a nuclear tan. Why don't we stop pussyfooting and go blow up Pakistan?
Absolutely.
All right.
Boom, boom.
11:02. That's old news, by the way, that fax you sent me. It's interesting, the Pakistan connection with Mohammed Atta and the money that was wired in 9/11, all this other stuff, but it's an old story. Thank you very much anyway, and I don't have
Well,
time
I won't fax you the other 4 pages.
No, please don't. I just had something extraordinarily important to pass along, and it just slipped my mind. It was just like the end of the world. It was so damn important, and it just slipped away. Oh, and here's something important. Don't forget to join George this Saturday, 2 to 4 at Reefa Motorsports Segway, a block north of Sample Road on Dixie Highway. Registered to win a free Segway human transportation device. How about you be the only one on your block to have one? The QM Cuties will be there, plus food provided by Atlantic City Subs, where Ira used to make the difference. I'm hearing a rumor, even here in Toronto, that Ira is no longer with Atlantic City Subs.
Did you know that?
Can that possibly be true? Gene Stapleton is kicking some serious ass. You go eat it. Oh, I shouldn't have said that with Zach there. 88 votes. Gene Stapleton, 46. Frances McDormand, 14. The most underrated actress, radio or TV of all time. Helen Mirren, 12. Joan Blondell, 6. Talia Shire's got 4 already. We love Talia Shire. Joan Allen, 3. Linda Blair, 3. And that's nobody else got nothing. 5670560. Pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Don't forget the very wildly popular Florida Marlins at 12:30 with a pregame show. Phillies at the Marlins at 105 as if the Marlins will wrap up a 4-game sweep. Oh, I know what it was. I was going to look during the break on the radar. Look out the window that's sitting right there by you.
Oh, look at that.
Well, I just don't want any thunderstorms developing around 12 o'clock or 12:15 so that we wind up with some kind of, the game's been called off. They're going to play that game if they have to wait till midnight, all right? Because I'm sure that Dave Van Boring will just absolutely tickle your fancy with some scintillating story before the ball game. If we have like a long rain delay. If you need like a good long nap would be good. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
I have the absolute definitive answer, Neil, for the poll question.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Nichelle Nichols, Uhura from Star Trek. Just think of all the years she had that little thing in her ear, always trying to hail Starfleet Command. That was unrecognized genius.
Unbelievable.
Okay, whatever you say. You got it? Whatever that was. Natalie Portman. No, it says just kidding. Seriously, Emma Thompson.
I'm putting Natalie Portman on there. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, put them both on there. Natalie Portman and Emma Thompson. Why is that just kidding? I don't understand that. But that's okay. Just to help you kill a little bit of boredom. That's what we're trying to do because
I have no
we understand. We can empathize. Those of us who've spent a lot of time in South Florida, far too much time. Michael Jackson accused of impersonating boy and making video. Did you see this?
Yes.
Talk about it yesterday?
No.
Then I will now. A prosecutor said Tuesday that pop star Michael Jackson enticed a young boy, then imprisoned him and his family and forced him to make a video absolving him of molestation claims. The fiery court presentation by Deputy District Attorney Gordon Auchincloss, wasn't that the Jackie Kennedy family, the Auchincloss? Wasn't that them?
I thought that's that thing that you and Zach were talking about while I was on
No,
vacation.
seriously, that was their name. That was her maiden name. Jacqueline Bouvier or somebody tell us who that is.
Offie Coleman?
Shut up and eat. Seriously, that man is as useless as humongous breast on a ballpoint pen. He's just District Attorney Gordon Auchincloss disclosed for the first time the prosecution's theory of its conspiracy case against Jackson, claiming he panicked after a TV show threatened to destroy his career by linking him with an obsession with young boys. Auchincloss made his allegation at a hearing about a defense motion to dismiss the case. The fact that Mr. Jackson rationalized this behavior on national television was his downfall, Auchincloss said. It represented the complete and utter ruin of his empire, made him an object of international loathing and scorn. Auchincloss said that Jackson sent his private jet to take the family to his Neverland ranch and whisked them away to vacations in luxury resorts. Defense attorney Thomas Mesereau Jr. derided the entire prosecution case as absurd on its face and demanded dismissal of all charges. Jackson was not in court. In a TV documentary broadcast in February 2003, Jackson defended his habit of letting children sleep in his bed as sweet, and non-sexual. The accuser was seen in the video.
You're ignorant.
Auchincloss, detailing a number of the overt acts in the indictment, which have been kept secret until now, suggested that Jackson actually lured the alleged victim to his bed after the video was shown on television. The person Jackson perceived could put out public relations fire was John Doe and his family, the prosecutor said, referring to the alleged victim. If he could get them on tape describing Mr. Jackson as a wonderful person, it would quell this fire. Auchincloss said that Jackson then began to entice the young boy with booze. Some of that Jesus juice, baby. Everybody wants to get saved and live forever. Drink some of that Jesus juice. Drink lots of it.
Fresh squeeze.
Exactly. Right out Jesus toe cheese. 5670. I wonder if Jesus had toe jam, you think?
Are you kidding? In those days?
Back in the day, man.
Those sandals?
Can you imagine back in those days wearing them like nasty sandals, walking around in the desert?
Good golly.
Who? Probably had corns, too. 5670560. Pounds.
Corn.
Too bad they didn't have Dr. Scholl's back in the day. WQAM, hello.
Neil, I got one for you, Paul.
Yes, sir.
Bo Derek from the Tambalona world.
Is Dave Endwaring ready yet? How about the booster? Is he ready? WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
I'm great.
Hey, do you like James Garner as an actor?
He's okay.
Yeah. Did you see him in that movie, The Notebook? Pretty good.
No.
Especially at the very end when they both die together. That's pretty good.
Oh, don't do that now. Okay. I guess nobody else is going to see it now either. What does that have to do with anything? Well, I guess we're going back to last Tuesday again, doing the actors again. In fact, he should have been on there. I thought of somebody else who should have been on that list last week, and it slipped my mind. Oh, you know who it was?
I give up. Who was?
Because we did that before with the thing with the actors. Joseph Cotton.
Yeah.
Now, I realize that's only for old farts like me and Boca Brian, although you know who that is.
Yeah.
You don't agree?
No, I like Josie Cotton. Sang that song, Johnny, Are You
No, no, seriously. Joseph Cotton, well, you know who that is.
Yes, I do.
He was in lots and lots of great movies, and he was a fabulous, fabulous actor. And yet, if you ask people the top 10, 20 actors of all time, probably almost nobody would mention Joseph Cotton, because most of us remember that are dead. WQAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
Neil, how are you today?
Sensational.
Good. Same here, I'm happy to add. I have nothing but compliments and good news for you, buddy.
Okay.
A, I'm heading out of South Florida, although I do enjoy coming down here occasionally. B, I'm literally, like, north of Cocoa Beach and still getting your signal pretty well, which is kind of a rarity. I don't know, maybe the wind is blowing in the right direction.
No, George Corso went out there and peed on the tower over last weekend.
No, I still got you clear as a proverbial bell.
That's why it's coming in so good.
And heading
Josh
back
Beckett was with him is what I'm hearing.
Of all places, heading back to a topic of the day today, South Carolina.
Oh, boy. Don't get no Ben and Jerry's there, man.
Actually, the truth about South Carolina is I'll give you a couple examples. I was in New York State, not too far from your old stomping ground, Buffalo, Rochester area.
Oh, don't say Buffalo and Rochester in the same breath, please. Us Rochesterians get very PO'd about that.
Yeah, well, my brother lives there, so in Mendon. And, in New York State, you can't use a cell phone. In Florida, you can't smoke in a bar. One thing about South Carolina is we may burn a cross or two, but, there's still a few civil liberties that they still allow us to have. So, thank God for
what they did was they substituted those civil liberties you're talking about for things like civil rights and things like that. So, it's tit for tat.
There's give and take.
Yeah.
Hey, and lastly, my vote for underrated actress.
Yes?
She's more known for her popularity, I guess, other than her actressing ability. But
yes.
Can I add Matt Damon to the list?
Oh, not her. No thanks. I knew it would end sooner or later. Jennifer Tilly or Amanda Plummer?
I'd put them both on there.
Okay, two good choices there, I would say. No kin to Christopher Plummer.
Or Liquid Plumber.
567 or Mr. Plummer, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Don't forget, we got the Marlin game at 12:30 pregame. You got the Humper after the game this afternoon from whenever the game ends till 7. Then we got the
rock solid
big 7 to 10, which we apologize profusely for that because you don't belong on the air for 10 seconds. And Eddie K at 10 o'clock tonight. A star-studded lineup for you, including the ball game on there. And they will play that game. Trust me. It may be raining like buckets full wherever the hell you are. We don't care, all right? They'll play the whole game in the rain. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil, please.
Speaking.
Neil, I want to nominate Louise Fletcher.
Oh, what a good choice.
Okay.
I love her. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Louise Fletcher, that's a magnificent choice. Nurse Ratched. I'm sorry, Miss Ratched. She was Nurse Ratched, but he called her Miss Ratched, right?
Yes, he did. And
while he was strangling her ass. So that's my favorite scene in that movie. Well, no, there's so many great scenes. Can't pick just one. Juicy Fruit?
Yes, I did.
That was good. And, of course,
I want my cigarettes, Miss Ratched.
Cheswick, he just died. What a shame. And so did Jason Miller, who played this morning on Scream TV. You heard the audio out of that thing I was watching about The Exorcist, all 3 movies? And they interviewed Jason Miller, who played Father Damien Karras. Well, guess what? He died, too. A lot of that going around. I've lost 11.5 pounds in the last 3 weeks and 2 days. I'm down to 188. Man, I'm feeling great. I'm doing it. My blood sugar was sensational. I'm eliminated almost all my blood sugar medications. I take like a half a pill. And my blood pressure is fantastic and sensational. By the time I get back to town the end of August, I'm going to be a shadow of my former self. And people like Zach and Fat Boy and Beast like that, they're going to say, oh, gee, how'd you do that? Well, my mother died is what it was. So there's something to think about, George.
I think
you
about
don't
it
have
all
a
the
weight
time.
problem, but I'm sure you have many other neuroses. George saw that story about the laced baby food with the rice, and he was thinking, gee, too bad that didn't happen a couple of years ago.
We don't do baby food.
But could have started. 11:13 at 560 WQAM. Hey, the deals are heating up now, and the 2004 model year is winding down. If you're really sick and tired of that old gas guzzler you're driving, if you want a new car or truck that'll give you dependability and reliability, then get over to Armstrong Toyota of Homestead today. You'll find them on US 1, just 20 minutes south of the 836, and no matter where you are, it's well worth the drive because they're going to save you thousands on great new Toyotas. Right now, Armstrong Toyota of Homestead is clearing out all remaining 04s and passing fantastic unbeatable savings on to you. You can lease an 04 Camry LE sedan 48-month lease, just $279 a month with no money down. If you're looking for a great truck, how about the Toyota Tacoma 4x4? It can be yours and you get $1,000 cash back from Toyota. If you're looking for the hottest new cars around, this is the place. Armstrong Toyota of Homestead, locally owned and operated. They're fantastic to do business with. Their service department's open late till 8 weeknights to make sure they get all your work done for you. And these folks were the first dealers in town or anywhere to offer you free tires and batteries for life. And now they're the first to offer you free replacement parts for life. That is correct. Tires, batteries, and free parts for life. Nobody be doing that. So you won't be getting a better deal on Toyota anywhere in town than this joint. So even if it's a little bit of a drive for you, it's well worth the drive. No phony deals, no BS, no bait and switch. Just low, unbeatable prices every day, 365 days a year. For a sensational deal, see David Rich, the GM at Armstrong Toyota of Homestead. You'll find them at US 1 and 293rd Street in Homestead. Drive a little and save a ton on your new Toyota at Armstrong Toyota of Homestead.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours. QAM.
Locked up. Locked up. Locked up. Martha Stewart lies.
Just like that.
In court she was tried.
Just like that.
Jury damned her high.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, 5 years she's looking at. She traded inside.
Just like that.
Wouldn't testify.
Just like that.
She'll be doing time.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, 5 years she's looking at. Put Martha Stewart in a penitentiary. The next thing you know, you'll be smelling potpourri. While hanging curtains up in cell block D, she'll be cooking up a new recipe. Blah. While lawyers wonder how to get her out, she'll be in there making all that tulip sprout, no doubt. Inmates in your orange suit dress, she knows what trouble goes with it best. There's a lady that's worth over $1 billion, who'll be embroidering hearts around license plates for trucks, Before the cafeteria inmate feast, each folding table's got a floral centerpiece. She can sew and cook and write good books. She's got pretty fashions and pretty looks. I'm sure she'll make prison like home we feel. Maybe try to decorate her appeal like this. Martha Stewart lied.
Just like that.
In court she was tried.
Just like that.
Jury damned her high.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, 5 years she's looking at. She traded inside.
Just like that.
Wouldn't testify.
Just like that.
She'll be doing time.
Just like that.
Hell yeah, 5 years she's looking at.
11:19 at 560 WQAM. I got another great one for our poll. How did we take this long to get to this? Let me give you a clue.
Yeah.
Ellen Burstyn.
Of course. She's bursting.
How could we forget her?
Out of sight, out of mind.
One of the best. Speaking of The Exorcist, see how The Exorcist keeps coming back over and over again. You can't get away from it, baby. Linda Blair this morning on Scream TV. Then we had somebody nominate Linda Blair for the thing we're doing here, right?
Right.
How come I can't find... Oh, there it is. It's under EX.
Sorry, I'm choking.
I beg your pardon?
I'm choking on my sandwich here.
Well, maybe we need an exorcism. Yeah, if you're bored to tears this weekend, go to...
It's syndicated.
What's that? Go to one of those video stores. Do not go to Blockbuster because we hate them like poison and they edit the movies. And they censor all of your crap. But go to like a real video store and pick up The Exorcist. Do not get Exorcist 2 or 3, God forbid. George C. Scott plays the Lee J. Cobb role in Exorcist 3, which really pisses me off. Because George C. Scott, who used to be a great actor, then became a real... Is he dead, I hope?
Yes.
Is he?
Right, we talked about it.
Oh, good. Because, I mean, that's a terrible thing to say, but I'm just, I got tired of him. And, what was his, Trish Vanderveer, whatever his wife's name, the young broad that he married? Vandermeer. And, he became a legend in his own mind. He just got to be, really very marginal. And for him to play a role that was played by Lee J. Cobb, of course, Lee J. Cobb was dead by the time they did Exorcist 3, but, now George C. Scott is. So what comes around goes around. He ain't no Lee J. Cobb. I don't care what anybody... Oh, you couldn't say that. George C. Scott, one of the great actors of all time. Yeah, your mama. He was good in The Hospital and Patton. And what was the movie with that really cheesy movie, Reds? Was that it?
I never saw Reds. With Warren Beatty?
No, maybe it wasn't Reds. It was the one with Timothy Hutton where he was a military school. He was the... Taps, Reds, Blues, whatever.
Yeah, everybody was in that one. Tom Cruise.
He was... I don't know. Oh, and he was also, what was that porno movie he was in?
He was in Firestarter.
No, what was the porno movie he was in where his daughter was...
Hardcore.
Hardcore, very good.
And it was a good movie.
We liked George C. Scott until he became a fool. Then he became fat and sloppy and a real fool.
And
Zach. When you get fat and sloppy, people laugh at you, you know what I mean?
Zach.
Zach what? Krispy Kreme, speaking of that, I don't want to get Zach... Oh, here, Jennifer Jason Lee, somebody says. Get that on there right away.
She's on there already.
Krispy Kreme facing SEC probe. Now... How many donuts do you think are like in a box? Are there like a dozen?
Depends on the box, but typically, yeah.
In a Krispy Kreme box. I bet you if you brought a dozen Krispy Kremes in there right now that Josh could eat them by noon.
If he was here.
Where'd he go?
To the baseball game.
I was saying Josh and Zach. Well, he's sitting in Josh's chair. Zach.
What'll he do with the other 35 minutes?
Yeah. Krispy Kreme Donuts said today that the Securities and Exchange Commission is conducting an informal inquiry into its earnings warning and the company's repurchase of franchises. How do you like that? Not our friends at Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme has no higher priority than the confidence of our shareholders, customers, and employees, said Chairman and Chief Executive Scott Livingood. While we're confident in our practices, we understand and respect the SEC's responsibilities. We'll continue to cooperate fully throughout this process. In May, Krispy Kreme reported that it lost $24.4 million in the first quarter, its first quarterly loss since going public in 2000. And, of course, they're blaming all of this because of the high-calorie treats, which the company attributes in part to the low-carb diet phenomenon. People want low-carb, but supposedly before the end of the year, they're coming out with low-carb donuts, supposedly.
Wow.
Those ought to taste really good.
Yeah.
The announcement drove its stock price down. Several shareholder lawsuits were subsequently filed against the company. In morning trading on the New York Stock Exchange today, Krispy Kreme shares were down a little over $2 or 11% at $16.65. And you can buy a lot of donuts for $16.65. And bring them over there to Zach. He'll die with a real big smile on his puss.
Hurry. While he lasts.
Yeah, that's it. Bring in a couple of dozen Krispy Kremes for Zach. Not for anybody else. And watch him have a Zach attack right there in the studio, right on Josh's chair. And, of course, you know, when you die, you do something else on the chair, too, but we don't want to get into that. Speaking of that, look at WIOD, the way they're dying. Ratings came out yesterday. George gave you like a little thumbnail rundown on the fact that we kicked some unbelievable bloody ass in the spring rating book, thank goodness.
We're number 1, damn it!
And you bet your sweet ass. Now, why do I have, I thought I had this all put together here. Oh, I see. This is persons 25. Well, we don't care about that. How many women we got listening?
About 30, man.
I don't have any women listening. And isn't it kind of, it's almost scandalous. When we started on QAM with this show, we had, you know, about our 1.5 to 2 share of women in 2554, which is what we usually had in IOD, you know, maybe a 2 share, which isn't great.
Right.
But women don't listen to AM radio, number 1. And number 2, it's a sports station. But boy, I'm going to tell you, if we got I don't know, when a whole book comes in, we'll take a look at that. I bet you we don't even have a 0.5 in women.
Right.
Huh? Speaking of a 0.5, your good friend Jeff DeForest has got a 0.5 on FTL 850. Whatever. What do they call that thing?
Live 85.
Live 85. And that's how many people they got listening. 85. And some of them are live. So Defoe's got a 0.5. And Bill O'Reilly. The O'Reilly. Oh, I know what I was going to say before and I forgot about it. It was about Al Franken being on last night. Speaking of whiny people. Aaron Brown. How's this for a quinella? Aaron Brown and Al Franken. I have never seen... Well, what do you think of the people on the floor of the convention? Good golly, Miss Molly. A lot of people like Al Franken as a humorist, as a writer, as all of these things. But, man, as a broadcaster, even as somebody who can just speak, right? Even Bob Woodward seems lively compared to Al Franken with his secretary. Holy moly, Al Franken is so whiny and just can't speak, and he wasn't even responding to the questions there. He went through this long, ponderous, I thought I was going to go into a coma, and then finally even whiny Aaron Browder. Well, getting back to the question, which you didn't answer, Al. Oh, man. Anyway, anybody else do anything? Oh, I know what we want to talk about, which I don't know if you mentioned it yesterday, but old Paul and Ancient Ron, they suck. Huh?
Newsflash.
Yeah, I'll mention that after the break. I want to talk just a little bit about this because it's not a trend; it's a full rating book, and I know the audience out there, a lot of them don't give a flying crap.
I mentioned it in passing when I
right.
was
That Paul and old Ron, even Jinx and Tinks, they're from Jacksonville, those redneck advice guys. Even Lex and Schmex, and Rex, even they beat out Paul and old Ron. That's quite a day. And
out of the box, yeah.
Right out of the box. Which is what's in the box. 26 past 11 at 560 WQAM. By the way, Ben Affleck, all those rumors about Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, speaking of that guy that called before, I'm pretty sure they're true. No, I didn't start them. No, they're true.
Okay.
I'm positive. I mean, Ben Affleck, who's been all over the Democratic convention like a stink on Schmidt, I mean, he's just a flamer. When you see these phony celebrity romances, like somebody will tell us also who Nick Carter supposedly was hanging with here lately. He was going to marry, I don't remember who it was. A ridiculous thing. Nick Carter floats like a butterfly.
Stings
Makes
like a
Ben
bee?
Affleck. Huh? Who?
Stings like a bee?
Yeah. Hey, if you're tired of hearing about the low-carb epidemic that's going on, I know certainly the people at Krispy Kreme ain't too happy about it. Have you tried to cook for it and then wasted money, hated the food, and didn't even get the results you were looking for? We've talked to you about Balance for Life for some time now as a very intelligent alternative. They've come up with an unbelievable way to afford the program for $5 off the regular daily price. Now, this is not a special. This is for real. A lifetime membership to Balance for Life. Anytime you want to enjoy their service, you can re-sign at the membership price. What if I told you that you could have a company prepare you 3 delicious meals and 2 great snacks every day? What if I told you that all the meals are based on the successful Zone Diet by Brian Sears? What if I told you they'll even deliver it right to your doorstep? What if I told you they give you a menu so you can make your own choices? And by the way, they're the only company that does that. What if I told you that you will lose weight, that you will lower your cholesterol, that you will lower your blood pressure, and it will help your diabetes as well? It may sound too good to be true, but it is true because we got loads and loads of people in this audience and all over the place who are losing weight like crazy with Balance for Life. In fact, people on Balance for Life are losing an average of 15 pounds a month. You could sure afford to lose 15 pounds a month, couldn't you, Zach?
Yep.
So why? You are such a fat turd. Why wait? Call right now. Toll free. Call 1-866-225-4543. That's 1-866-225-4543. Or even easier, check them on the web at balanceforlife.com.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM. Saturday night on CBS, Edith is back from the dead. It's the 20th anniversary of All in the Family.
Oh, looky there. If it ain't John Louise.
Daddy, don't be such a prude.
Oh, jeez. Now, whatever happened to my little girl? Look at you. Why don't you push yourself away from the table, huh? Maybe have a salad once in a while?
Daddy, don't you know how many of the world's people have never had a decent meal?
Again with the charity spielage.
Well, it's true.
So why don't you send them the bones from the turkey you had for breakfast, huh, Butterboy?
Hi, Gloria.
Judith, I thought you was pushing up daisies by now.
Oh, no, Archie. The last episode was all a bad dream.
It seems so bad to me. Look, when was your back there, Edith? Brush the dirt off. You can give me another beer, huh?
The 20th anniversary of All in the Family, Saturday night on CBS.
Brought to you by IBS Home Correspondence School, where you can learn auto mechanics, gun repair, basket
yourself already.
They love Gene Stapleton, I'll tell you that right now. It's 11:33 at QAM. We got less than an hour to go. Till the Marlin pregame show. I'm looking at the Miami radar, and we got good news.
All right. Oh, yeah, I just came from outside. Well, not outside, but, by a window.
Right.
Blue skies.
It's fine. Blue skies, the game is on, baby. In fact, the huge blob of rain that went through, that's like heading for Cuba right now. I think it's going to take a big dump right on Fidel's ass. And off to the east and southeast, it's like just a little scattered smear over like the Bahamas here and nothing. because I'm looking at the old Fruit Loop on there right now. No more tickets at the Shell station. You can forget about that. Don't forget to join Presidente Imported Beer and QM today, 6 to 8 at the Winn-Dixie tonight, 6701 South 40th Street in Miami. Stop by to spin the wheel for more Marlin tickets and other prizes. 6 o'clock tonight at Winn-Dixie at 67th Bird Road. And thank you, whoever faxed this information in. Hugh Auchincloss was the stepbrother of Jackie Bouvier Kennedy. See, I told you. That was all in the family. And I think also Gore Vidal was related somehow, because he was related to her as well. All those blue-nosed aristocrats from New England. She was a slut. We have to face the very real possibility that the President of the United States is Looney Tunes, says a longtime GOP political consultant who, for obvious reasons, asked not to be identified. That's not good for my candidates, it's not good for the party, and certainly not good for the country, he said. In other words, and they're giving him all kinds of medication now to try to calm his ass down. During the break there, I heard my cell phone ringing in the other room, and I thought, who the hell would be calling me? And I go in there and look at the number. Mm-hmm. It's an 800 number.
Yeah, how about that?
Solicitors calling on my freaking cell phone, which I very rarely use. How do you like them apples? Huh? They get you everywhere, coming and going. Gene Stapleton's got 67. Nobody's going to catch Eat It. Frances McDormand, 27, the most underrated actress, movie or TV of all time. Helen Mirren, 16. Natalie Portman, 10. Joan Blondell, 8. Emma Thompson, 6. Talia Shire's got 7. Jennifer Tilley's got 7. Linda Blair's got 5. Joan Allen, 4. Jennifer Jason Leigh, 4. Linda Hamilton, 3. Amanda Plummer, 2. Penelope Ann Miller, 2. Ellen Burstyn's only got 1. Scarlett Johansson, 1. And Louise Fletcher don't have any. Oh, my God. That is scandalous, don't you think?
It is.
They probably don't know who that is.
They don't.
Well, why not?
They're stupid.
Oh, I see. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Lost record of vote in 02 Florida race concerns 04. Raises a concern. I'm sure you talked about this.
Oh, yeah, at length.
Almost all the electronic records from the first widespread use of touchscreen voting in Dade County have been lost, stoking concerns that the machines are unreliable as the presidential election draws near. The records disappeared after 2 computer system crashes last year, county elections officials said, leaving no audit trail for the 2002 gubernatorial primary. A citizens group uncovered the loss earlier this month after requesting all audit data from that election. A county official said a new backup system would prevent electronic voting data from being lost in the future, but members of the citizens group, Miami-Dade Election Reform Coalition, said the malfunction underscored the vulnerability of electronic voting records and wiped out data that might have shed light on what problems, if any, still existed with touchscreen machines in Dade County. The group supplied the results of its request to the New York Times. This shows that unless we do something now, or it may very well be too late, Florida is headed toward being the next Florida. Kind of worded. Well, in other words, like said Lida Rodriguez-Tassef, an attorney who is chairwoman of the coalition. Florida's headed toward being the next Florida.
Alrighty then.
Well, as she didn't say it very well. In other words, it's going to be the same crap we had 4 years ago.
Better be the next
after the disputed 2000 presidential election. Well, anyway, Michael Moore says he's going to be scrutinizing Florida elections. He's coming on down. In fact, you better watch it, Jack, because I would stock up on my Krispy Kremes right now, because once Michael Moore gets in town, there won't be any left over for you, I guarantee you that.
That could sell them to him and make a fortune.
You can bet your fat ass on that. Fahrenheit 9/11 filmmaker Michael Moore promised yesterday to train his cameras on Florida come Election Day to prevent a repeat of what some Democrats call the stolen election of 2000. I am committed. I'm coming to Florida, Moore said to loud cheers from Democrats at the Florida delegation breakfast in Boston. Together we will guarantee to every Floridian that their vote will be counted this year. Moore's promise comes amid mounting criticism and concerns about the accuracy of the touchscreen voting machines that replaced Florida's punch card ballots and questions about Florida's ability to hold fair elections 4 years after the debacle of 2000. In Boston, Democrats listed a litany of complaints about Florida's election system this year, ranging from criticism of the state's creation of a new possible felon voter list that contained inaccuracies to concerns about electronic voting machines that do not have paper trails that can be manually recounted to allegations of voter intimidation in 2000. In Dade County, county officials confirmed a report in the New York Times yesterday that the electronic records of the Democratic gubernatorial primary between Janet Reno and Bill McBride had been largely lost because of 2003 computer crashes, like I just said. And in Tallahassee, Governor Jeb Bush took notice and assigned his own press secretary to handle the criticism. State elections officials are headed today to investigate. Right. He wants to investigate. Like sending the fox to guard the chicken coop, that fat-ass governor of yours, how anybody could have voted for that schmuck, it boggles the mind. How is that possible, that anybody could have been so stupid? Now, have you noticed, since you don't know who he is even, about we didn't have one call about Barack Obama.
Right.
Who will be president one day, I'm telling you that right now, or at least vice president, for a start. His speech on Tuesday night was sensational. He was great.
Wish I could have seen it.
You should have seen it. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Get a chance to listen to Joe Rose, the end of Joe Rose's show today.
No.
That phony guy was trying to promote his thing.
Oh, it's Reverend Jones again. How do you like that? Now he's talking about himself in the third person. That phony guy. Well, listen, he's probably looking in the mirror right now. By the way, our friends, Dick Feinberg said, don't ever come back to Pompano Park or they'll horsewhip you, okay? They'll send Mickey McNichol after you with that whip. Oh, and speaking of obnoxious people...
But what's interesting is that in an era...
You know something? That's a great poll question. Maybe you want to do that. Who's the most obnoxious person on TV? Richard Quest, Mo Rocco. There are two new ones for it. Oh, God. You got to see Mo.
Absolutely.
Rocco, that is. Zach, have you seen that creature on there?
Yep.
20 till noon at 5:60. Now do you understand what it was like that week you were on vacation? I did the show with Zach. Do you understand?
No.
Yep. Nope. Yep. Wow. Anyway, if your hair is falling out in clumps or maybe just you got a little bald spot growing and you want to fill it in and look great, Charles Alfieri can do either. In fact, if you're as bald as a bowling ball, Charlie's the guy you want to see because for more than 35 long, excruciating years, Charlie's been taking care of guys' heads. He's appeared on Good Morning America, the Today Show, CBS Morning News, introducing his patented hair system that's the best looking in the universe, the most amazing natural hairline system ever invented. Keep in mind the most critical area of any hair system, of any piece, is that hairline. If it looks real, like it's real hair growing out of your scalp, you look like a mensch. If it looks like a muskrat died on your head, or if it looks like a bunch of straw that fell out of a barn, well, they just laughed their ass off at you. And Charlie gives you this 30-day guarantee.
About 30, man.
You try his system for a month. If you don't love the way it looks and feels and smells, return it for a full refund. So you have nothing to lose but that ugly bald spot that makes you look old and not so great. And Charlie also services and repairs existing hair systems while you wait, including shampoo and trim. So don't wait. Call Charlie today and change your life forever toll-free. It's 1-800-321-2413. Forget about those pills and potions, those dead muskrats. You want to look really like a mensch. This is the way to do it. Call Chuck Alfieri, 1-800-321-2413, or log on to their world-famous website, charlesalfieri.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560, QAM.
Suck it in and hold it.
Ricky Williams said goodbye to football. Oh, Ricky, how can you do this? I want to stroke your legs and sniff your crack with my greasy nose. But you'd rather smoke a spliff. Now I'm pulling up my life for the season. You dashed my hopes of manly bliss. Tears well up in my eyes for no apparent reason. As I bust another dish, there's no AC in my trailer, and then I find you're no longer here. You validate my life as a failure and broke the hearts of all the sports queers. I don't want to fantasize about another job. It's your toes I want in my mouth on behalf of undersized bags who like sport hole radio. Don't leave us like this. Now only Shaq's thumbs we can kiss.
14 till noon at 560 WQAM. That's just magnificent. It's a beautiful thing. Ricky and who do you care about the most, huh? I would say neither one of the above. Is that new?
Yeah, on its way. It's probably down in your lobby. I'm sure you have it by now.
I doubt it. Oh, and by the way, speaking of actors and actresses, actor Anthony Anderson, you know who that is?
No.
Oh, he appeared in films Me, Myself, and Irene and Barbershop. Black dude.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I know who that is now.
He was charged yesterday with aggravated rape. after a woman told authorities she was assaulted on the set of a movie. Anderson, 33, and Wayne Witherspoon, 42, both of L.A., were taken into custody Tuesday night after the woman reported the assault, said Steve Schuler, no relation to the former Dolphin coach. Shelby County Sheriff's Department Pubic Affairs Officer Anderson was in Memphis shooting a film titled Hustle and Flow. Witherspoon was working on the film's crew. Charges were filed against both men yesterday afternoon. Schuler said bond was expected to be set at $20,000 for each man. They'll be arraigned in General Sessions Court this morning, according to Jennifer Donalds, Communication Director for the Shelby County DA's office. Schuler said the crew had been shooting at the Shelby County Correctional Center, a work farm for jail inmates, and the assault allegedly occurred at the site after production ended Tuesday. Schuler said an extra told deputies that she was lured into a production trailer by Witherspoon. She told authorities that Anderson was already in the trailer and that both men sexually assaulted her, Schuler said. Witnesses reported seeing the woman leave the trailer screaming and without any clothes on, huh? Screaming. Kind of like that hacking guy.
That many drivers are not.
Yeah. Why did I do that?
I don't know. I like that.
I just felt like it. What's his phrase? Is it Jeffrey Hacking? What is that?
I don't know.
Michael Hacking? O.J. Hacking? The woman was taken to a hospital. Authorities would not say if she had been released. Spokesman for Anderson, L.A., released a brief statement Wednesday saying the actor absolutely denies the heinous charges that have been made against him. He's a happily married family man who's never been accused of such crap. In addition to 19 movie critics, Anderson co-created and starred in a TV sitcom all about the Andersons on the WB channel. Yada, yada, yada. There you go. Another famous actor in trouble. Isn't that unusual?
Oh, yeah, it never happens.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Things are setting up just fantastic for this afternoon's ball game. See, Ed Clarence in there getting all bent out of shape. Oh, it's raining, and I think we may have have to do an extra hour and a half. No chance, sweetheart. No chance. About as much chance am I doing that today as you getting laid sometime this year.
I'm Josh Beckett.
WQAM, hello.
Hi, Dr. Neil.
Speaking.
Oh, hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Just called to confirm that, yes, indeed, Ira no longer is at Atlantic City.
Oh, no, are you kidding me?
About 45 days ago.
I'll be damned.
I haven't found out where he's moved on to. But second thing I wanted to ask you is, you've seen Fahrenheit 9/11.
Yes,
Why is it that there were no senators that showed up to sign all these people's petitions?
You mean including John Edwards and John Kerry?
Yeah, and Nelson and everybody else. I mean, any senator could have signed that, right?
Yeah. Just one. No balls, man. No balls.
None.
Yeah.
Where is Nelson?
Right.
It's unbelievable. Love your show,
we
Neil.
got choice, man.
And when I find Ira, I'll let you know.
Give him a big kiss for us. Thanks a lot, pal. Yeah. Where was Bill Nelson? Where was Bobby Graham? It's kind of the same philosophy now. The Democratic Party decided, well, we don't want to continue doing this, and for the good of the country, we'll just let it go. And of course, there was Gore himself standing up there presiding over the session.
Did that not make you want to cry?
It made you want to scream. Not cry, it made you want to scream. What is wrong with you, man? And he's gabbling and shouting them down and shutting them up, etc., and so on, while they're trying to do like a real public service and say, hey, this was a fraud, baby. Democrat, that's the problem. I mean, if you're to the left of Hitler, then you certainly are probably going to vote for Kerry, or at least to hope that he wins. But the fact of the matter is, the Democratic Party, for all the hoopla this week at the convention, is so weak-kneed and yellow-bellied and livered and all these other things. Which is why they're trying, we don't want to make any personal attacks. We don't want to be shrill and strong. Well, why not? If ever there's been a time in history of this country where we've got this rampant fascism going on, where we have an illegal war based on a pack of lies that there's no question about, then it's right now. And instead, we want to rise above that and provide a positive message, which is why Edwards was on there last night, and for all the hoopla about it, I didn't hear anything new. No. I didn't hear anything really strong. I just, he looks fine. He looks like a guy.
That was a canned spam speech.
Looks like a 51-year-old guy who looks about 40, okay? More power to him, especially when his wife, who's about 51, looking at 80, when she comes on there with her Teresa Hines hairdo. And I do think that Teresa may have been heavily medicated when she made her speech on Tuesday night.
Who cares?
That's the rumor. That hair, man, has just got to go. Of course, when you're worth $1 billion... Right. She said she don't look... Her hair ain't quite as good as... what's John Edwards' wife's name?
Oh, I don't know. Bill.
Yeah, Bill. As Bill's, but she's trying to catch up, is what she said. That was bad. How come they make the Heinz ketchup now in those upside-down bottles? How many years they've been doing that?
About 30, man.
That's the greatest idea since sliced bread.
Yeah, they make the bottles upside down, at least with the label on.
You don't get that watery stuff at the top.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. See, I don't eat ketchup, but you want to know why?
Ketchup's for Goyim?
No.
Oh.
It's loaded with...
Oh, carbs.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Not just carbs, it's loaded with sugar.
Right.
In fact, if you look on the label on Heinz ketchup or Hunt's or any of the other ones, you'll find lots of azúcar in there. Bad. I don't eat sugar anymore. No more. I just mentioned that. I don't want to get Zach upset. I don't eat sugar at all.
I love sugar.
Well, fine. You're going to die. We'll bring you a couple of flowers. We'll say, he was a pretty good guy. He didn't have much to say, and he couldn't speak because your vocal cords are being... The reason you have such trouble speaking is because your vocal cords are being choked by a sea of fat inside your throat.
We'll get him a nice bouquet of donuts for his coffee.
Yeah, that would be good. We'll get a Krispy Kreme bouquet to stick right on your tombstone. How's that?
I like it.
Watch your back, Zach. I want to tell you that right now.
Absolutely.
567-0560, pound 560 on it. Is anybody going to talk about Barack Obama? Man. I saw a cartoon. Where was it? I guess it was in the National Post here this morning, where they showed a picture the TV was on, and there was Obama speaking at the convention the other night, and one of the president's aides is saying to him, it looks like they finally found Obama. Yeah, you had to think about it for
I did.
Huh? Yeah. Well, he didn't know Obama from Osama from that either. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good, Pally.
I met you, many moons ago when I was a good-looking young man, and now I'm George's age. Back in Collection Chevrolet, you bought a Corvette from us.
Okay, great.
Just calling to let you know, one thing that's on my mind, I was in my in-laws' house last night, they're watching Spanish TV, and they got all these mayoral candidates are out there, and my God, what a deck of cards we got to choose from here in Miami.
Ay, Papa Juan Pablo.
Yeah.
I want your views on that. I'll hang up, see what you think about that.
Okay, I don't. 567-0560.
Incredible.
Pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless con. I think that got one to date.
Yeah.
What was that all about? He met me. He sold me a car at the collection or whatever, a Corvette. I don't think I ever bought a Corvette at the collection. Is that what he said, or did he say some Chevrolet dealer? Whatever he said.
I kind of tune it out when you're being picked up,
I see. An excuse spouting Bush is busted by the 9/11 report, says Robert Shear. Do I have time to read this whole thing? Not now, I don't. Maybe in the last 10. We only got like 35 minutes until a pregame show? Oh, no. I think we're getting screwed and tattooed. That's bad. Anybody believe it?
No.
No, you're right. Hey, listen, we deserve, like I said, a little less work, a lot more money. Everybody made bonus this time. Even Clarence, our Little League program director, said that she got a bonus.
Don't point the finger at me.
Yeah. It's not a finger, sweetheart.
Felt like a finger.
567-0560, and here I thought Duff was on vacation. Pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Don't forget to join Little George this Saturday. Big event happening Saturday. I'm really not sure why, but I guess they're spending a lot of money. So
I think they are, yeah.
Okay. Well, if they're spending a lot of money, we're here to promote and give all kinds of freebies and encourage and et cetera. Join George Saturday 2 till 4 at Rivas Motorsports Segway, a block north of Sample Road on Dixie Highway. Register to win a free Segway human transportation device. The QM Cuties will be there, plus food provided by Atlantic City Subs, where Ira used to make the difference, but regardless of him or not, the food is still pretty dang good, and it's free there anyway. So get there early before all those Goyim hop up the free food. 4 minutes till noon at QAM. I've been telling you about A-Laser Recharge, the toner and recharge cartridge specialist for the past few weeks. A lot of you called 1-800... Oh, and by the way, before I do the spot... Oh, yes, she did it again. If you have something to do, you can leave now because in the noon to 12:30 hour, we have nothing but spots. We got 3 breaks in here again. Proving beyond a shadow of a doubt, all we want is the money, baby, and we're still number one. They still love us so much they can't turn it off. We got spots up the old
rectum
ass. I've been telling you about A-Laser Recharge, the toner and recharge cartridge specialist for the past few weeks on the show. A lot of you have called 1-800-287-9212, which we're glad to hear, and you've saved a lot of money on your printing and orifice equipment supplies. For those of you who haven't called yet, what are you waiting for? A-Laser Recharge has got inkjets, thermocarbon paper, supplies. They provide service support and maintenance for most makes and models of machines to make them run just like brand new again. When you call 1-800-287-9212, you'll talk to Just Bob. The sole owner has been supplying businesses in South Florida with what they need, in most cases within 24 hours. A-Laser Recharge can save you up to 50% on new cartridges as compared to depot pricing, and I want you to keep in mind that all the cartridges sold by A-Laser Recharge are remanufactured, not refilled. Just about anybody can sell you a cheap refilled cartridge, but you only get what you pay for. Remanufactured cartridges are the only smart way to go, and A-Laser carries a complete line of cartridges for printers, copiers, and faxes, along with Brothers and Xerox drums, too. A-Laser Recharge is part of the individualized service, offering you a no-questions-asked satisfaction guarantee. So if you need toner, cartridges, all of these things, just pick up that phone and call Just Bob at A-Laser Recharge at 1-800-287-9212. That's 1-800-287-9212, or on the wicked web, it's alaserrecharge.com.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Well, it beat at 12 to 1 hour on WQAM.
Everybody hates everybody all the time. That's the way of life in Florida. Foreheads pop with veins in anger, and hostile bedroom down. Everybody hates everybody all the time.
Absolutely.
Driving on intolerance and fear. It's where disenfranchised congregate, and they don't want you here. You'll find their attitude quite sour, with a machete they threaten to slice you to the bone. Stand in the gridlock of rush hour. Out the window, someone calls you Matador.
Increíble.
Everybody hates everybody all the time. No habla English in do. Something in the breeze is wafting from Pompano.
Promo 2 at 560, WQAM Marlins pregame at 12:30. Marlins host the Phillies at PP Park at 105. We got it for you. Dave Van Boring and the Bookster. Now, during that bit, he says something about gridlock, and I would have thought for sure he said dreadlocks.
Not no more.
No more dreadlocks, because he shaved his head. In fact, the Herald today's got a very fine 2004 March photo here, Ricky Williams, who's looking almost human there, pretty good for Ricky. Even if retired Dolphin running back Ricky Williams changes his mind and decides to return to football this season, says the Herald, he'll be forced to serve a 4-game suspension after failing a third drug test for use of the wicked weed.
Oh, my God.
Williams admitted today that marijuana played a larger role in his retirement than he originally indicated, and that he learned of a third failed test and upcoming suspension just days before informing Coach Dave Wanstead of his decision to retire and quit football. Williams said, however, there were 100 reasons for his retirement. Maybe not 100, probably.
About 30, man.
He said 100 for his retirement, that his desire to continue smoking marijuana without inhibition was merely one of them. He said he was not addicted to the drug, but merely that he didn't believe in government and NFL laws banning it. He said he'd already decided to quit football, even before testing positive a second time for marijuana use last season, incurring a $650,000 fine. He's appealing that fine, flying to New York to argue his case before an arbiter with his attorney, but received word last week that his appeal had been denied. While the appeal was pending, Williams said he continued smoking marijuana while on tour with rocker Lenny Kravitz and Europe, the group Europe, and failed a third test upon his return. See if they would have written with your group, see what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
They screwed it up. He said he'd been using a masking agent to cleanse his system while being randomly tested for 2 seasons, but said he didn't even bother before the last such test after returning from Europe. So you see, it is from Europe. That's what it's supposed to say there. Boy, the Herald screwed up bad, man. You can't even figure out what the hell they're trying to write, you idiots. God, you a bunch of maricones. I didn't quit football because I failed a drug test. He said I failed a drug test because I was ready to quit football. In other words, he didn't give a flying crap. How do you like that?
Right.
He's smoking up a storm and don't give a crap who don't like it.
Are you a pothead, Parker?
Now I see what you mean about Zach.
What do you mean?
Williams said he continued smoking throughout his time as the Dolphins, stopping only for a month here and there, but passed random tests by drinking 32 ounces of a masking agent called Extra Clean and chasing it down quickly with 32 ounces of water. Upon retirement, Williams originally said he hadn't learned yet of the results of his appeal, that the NFL's drug rules didn't run him off, but rather merely reinforced that his lifestyle didn't belong in the regimented world of football. Williams, who suffers from social anxiety disorder, was a spokesperson for the antidepressant Paxil, said marijuana helped him once he had stopped using Paxil because he didn't agree with his diet. Marijuana is 10 times better for me than Paxil, he said. He says he didn't see anything wrong with marijuana because it's just a plant, and his hero Bob Marley admitted to smoking it daily. Williams has Marley tattoos all over his body, named his first child Marley, and is friends with Marley's children, even likes Bob Marley from A Christmas Carol. Now, what did I don't even want to go into it.
It's a drop from Meet the Parents.
And we let that go on the air?
It's a name, as a matter of fact. The new movie.
I see. How about Jackie Moe?
No, we can't say that anymore.
1206 at QAM is your company. Suffering from regulations and increased labor costs? Let Oasis Outsourcing help you when it comes to the people side of your business. Payroll administration, Fortune 500 company employee benefits, human resource services, and risk management. These are just a few of the services Oasis Outsourcing can cover to help your business be a lot more profitable. Call Oasis Outsourcing today for a fee evaluation at 1-866-OASIS. That's 1-866-286-2747. With more than 60,000 employees worldwide, Oasis Outsourcing understands the many facets of human resource management. Outsourcing is being recognized by firms large and small as a powerful management choice, which lets you focus on your core business while you leave the operational details to Oasis Outsourcing. What is it? Let Oasis Outsourcing make your business a lot more profitable. For a fee evaluation, call them toll-free at 1-866-OASIS. That's 1-866-286-2747 for Oasis Outsourcing.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Sleep? If conventional sleep machines with settings like Gentle Rain and Babbling Brook don't help, get the John Kerry Sleep Machine. It lulls you to sleep with the mind-numbing sounds of a John Kerry political speech.
I used to toss and turn for hours, but now I just turn on my John Kerry Sleep Machine.
My international strategy is centered on an architecture
And before I know it,
if America is to prevail in the current geopolitical climate.
The John Kerry Sleep Machine offers 4 different policy settings to suit every mood. From tax reform.
My new payroll tax credit would restore
I'm getting so sleepy.
where it is lacking today.
To the economy.
Before we can lay the foundations of economic
I can't keep my eyes
prosperity, we
open.
must lay the foundations of economic intelligence.
Get the John Kerry Sleep Machine today. And with any luck, you'll sleep right through the election.
I'm John Kerry, and I approve the John Kerry Sleep Machine.
Available wherever
the only sleep machine approved by John Kerry.
10 o'clock tonight, he'll be speaking at the Democratic Convention in Boston. 55 minutes that speech is going to last. Do you think we ought to take up an office pool, everybody, and see who's going to stay awake?
Oh, gee, I got plans.
I'm sure hoping for him. I'm hoping for the best. In fact, Michael Moore at the Take Back America rally at the Royal Sonesta Hotel in Cambridge. Let's see, it was 2 days ago. Tuesday. Had a fantastic speech, and he urges Kerry, stand up for the progressive agenda that the majority of America already agrees with, and don't be wimpy and weak-kneed and wishy-washy, okay? Don't lack the courage of your convictions, is what Michael Moore says. His entire speech is on our website. It's way too long. In fact, if I started now, we'd be in the middle of the 7th inning. Says my plea to John Kerry, stand up for the agenda by Michael Moore. Read it and weep, okay? And then hope for the best tonight. We hoping for the best? Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe all of a sudden he'll be dynamic. Well, no, you'll never guess. This is a true story. I was channel surfing a couple days ago, and I came across, I'm one of those oldie channels, you know, an episode of The Munsters.
Yeah.
And we joke about it, but there he was.
Sure.
There was John Kerry. In fact, there he is right now. He's standing at the podium. They're practicing. They're going through the dry run. And he's, in fact, earlier CNN put this on there, and he was like drinking from a bottle of water and standing looking around. I thought, what is going on there? What would he be doing? But he's practicing for tonight. Practice makes perfect. Don't forget, join Presidente Imported Beer and WQM 6 to 8 tonight at the Winn-Dixie, located at 6701 Southwest 40th Street in Miami. Stop by to spin the wheel for Marlin tickets, other prizes. 6 tonight at the Winn-Dixie on 67th and Bird Road. And join George this Saturday, 2 to 4 p.m. at Riva Motorsports Segway, a block north of Sample Road on Dixie Highway. Register to win a free Segway human transportation device. Those Segways, remember, everybody's going to be using one, right?
That's right, any minute now.
Well, maybe not any minute, but someday, somewhere, maybe on Uranus.
Segway.
The QM Cuties will be there, plus food provided by Atlantic City Subs. And I'm hearing rumors about Ira. Are we really doing another break right now?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I warned the audience, don't say that I'm not upfront and forthright with you, okay? I told you this is a half-hour spots. We apologize profusely because it's a greedy outfit. We need the cash badly.
I apologize.
And that's just the way it is, all right? There's basically no show here when we got these Marlin games on, but the upside is we get out of here early, which we're very happy about.
Yeah.
And thanks again for making WQM number 1 in midday, number 1 in the afternoon, number 3 at night, number 2 in the morning, number 1 overall in Min 2554, which makes us some nice extra bonus money, and we're very happy about that. And thank you so much. It's a miracle. IOD, on the other hand, took a big dump. See, I can't play that. Uh-oh. Think about it. Listen to it. Oh, it's a good thing there's no splash. Even Mom in the box might be listening for the splash. When you're moving or renovating, that's the best time to dial 1-800-MATTRESS. Make that first night in that dream house heavenly with a brand-new, top-quality, brand-name mattress from Dial a Mattress. You still get to pick that 2-hour window, the date and time for delivery to fit your move-in schedule, and Dial a Mattress will be on time 99.7% of the time. Nobody's got a better selection of queen and king-size mattresses than Dial a Mattress, ready for immediate delivery. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS right now, you'll get it. That's just the Cameron Diaz taking a splash on our behind-the-beat curtain. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS right now, you'll get a great mattress at an unbeatable discount price. Dial a Mattress ranked number 1 in customer satisfaction in the universe. They were winners of the 2004 Better Business Bureau Local Torch of Excellence Award. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you'll choose from the complete line of Sealy, Serta, King Coral, Simmons, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns, and Foster Hewitt. You know, it's Ben Affleck this year at the Democratic Convention. You know who was when Dukakis was running in '88?
No, who?
Rob Lowe. Uh-huh. Everybody at QM is called 1-800-MATTRESS. For our beds, you ought to be doing the same. Log on to their website, mattress.com, or give them a call toll-free right now and guarantee yourself a great night's sleep for years to come. They come in, take away the crappy old bedding, set up your brand new one at no extra charge. You'll be having a great night's sleep, like I said, for our coon's age. Call 1-800-MATTRES.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. WQAM.
Jack,
man.
Jack. Jack.
WQAM alone.
Yeah, Shaq, man.
Shaq, rock, man.
Look who's here. It's Shaq.
Hey, man, it's Shaq.
I don't care about any of you people. I just spend your money. Shaq.
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 I love you.
Shaq.
You're my Nintendo man.
Now give me your money. I got $4 here.
That's some details too far.
Throw my credit cards too.
You break a 50.
12:20 at 560 WQM. This poll today went over like falafels in Alaska, you know?
Who cares? Short show.
We don't care. Who do you think is the most underrated actress, movies or TV of all time? Well, we didn't take enough names, and we only had 2.5 hours. I felt I had my duty to do, you know what I mean? Don't say it. Jean Stapleton, 84. That was my choice, and she is going to win this thing hands down. Nice going, eat it. Frances McDormand, 35. Jennifer Jason Leigh, 22. Helen Mirren has got 20. Natalie Portman, 18. Jennifer Tilly, 16. Emma Thompson, 13. Talia Shire, 11. Now they will fear her. Joan Blondell, 11. I'm sure that's spelled wrong. Linda Blair, 7. Huh?
I'm sure it's spelled wrong, too. But
Linda Blair, 7. Linda Hamilton, 7. Amanda Plummer, 7. Joan Allen, 7. Ellen Burstyn, 4. Penelope Ann Miller, 4. Scarlett Johansson has got 3. And Louise Fletcher's only got a pair out of 271 votes. I can't believe that. But that's our audience, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I guess we got to do another break. As WQM gives new meaning to the expression, no show.
Another break already?
There you go. Hey, listen, we have no shame. We don't care. This is the one place where we give it to you exactly the way it is, right up front, honest on the line. There's no time to be doing any kind of a show or even a pretense. Maybe we'll take one quick call, like line 9 is always a winner. QAM.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
What are these reports about Howard coming to QAM? It's all over the internet right now.
Says who?
Allaccess.com and FMQB.com.
Howard David.
No, Howard Stern.
Never heard that.
No, check it out.
Okay, when in doubt, we'll check it out. How do you like that? Have you heard that?
Heard what?
Howard David's coming to QAM.
No, the new and improved?
I have no idea. It's all over the internet, so the chances are it's probably full of crap.
Speaking of Howard, he's got a whole new attitude along with his whole new do.
What is that?
He's like a totally different person since the head shaving incident.
Mo Howard David did?
I'm telling you. He's upbeat, friendly.
He's beat up? Well, that's good news. Yeah. Well, maybe it was like Samson in reverse. Maybe
I was thinking that.
the haircut done it. Like Ricky Williams. Look, he finally wised up. It's good enough for Ricky and for Shaq, and it's good enough for Mo. Am I right?
Absolutely.
22 past noon at 560 WQAM. When you go out to eat, are you sick and tired of trying to figure out which menu items are low carb? What if I told you there's an affordable fast food low carb restaurant that actually cares about your nutrition, offering an entire menu that is low carb? Cuttin' Carbs Cafe is that place, a fast food low-carb restaurant that caters to all you low-carb dieters out there. Be sure and stop in to try their Pounds Away pizza that's low on carbs but high in taste. And they've got a lot of other fabulous things on the menu like Way Out Wraps, Carbodillas, Sobe salads, soups of all kinds, healthy weight treats, and even fat-free soft-serve ice cream. Cuttin' Carbs Cafe, you'll find it just outside the Sawgrass Mills Mall on Sunrise Boulevard. Call them at 954-514-0001 or check them on that wicked web at cuttingcarbscafe.com. And right there you can take a look at their delicious low-carb wraps, pizzas, quesadillas, soup, salad, snacks, and like I said only moments ago, even delicious low-carb ice cream. Cuttin' Carbs Cafe, where you can dine in or take it out, just outside the Sawgrass Mills Mall on Sunrise Boulevard. Stop by or call them today at 954-514-0001. That's 954-514 1.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
It's Howard. Howard Spam.
There's a fat left-wing guy once pushed to say goodbye, Michael Morey. He wears extra-large pants, and they love him in France, Michael Morey. His new flick, it is full of tricks. GOP is sick, 'cause it picks on George W. Might become number one, and then when it's done, won't be fun. Bush will be screwed. His documentary, 4 stars from John Kerry, Michael Morey. If he wins an Oscar, his speech will last an hour, you can bet. And now all of Fox News would like him to be moving to Norway.
Absolutely.
But it's clear he'll stay here to be paid in their rear, Michael Morey.
All right. 12:29 Marlins pregame next to Booster and Dave Van Boring. The Marlins host the Phillies. They'll sweep them, no question about that, at PP Park. George, tomorrow I'm going on vacation. I'm getting out of here. You know, all of this stuff, these rumors on the internet, if it's all over, man, I just did a search. Did I find anything?
No.
No. Look it up.
All right.
Look it up in the book.
I'm dying out here. I have no life.